So I've developed several West Country characters, and I want to maybe kind of like shoehorn them into this and that I'm developing at the moment. So I'm developing this Harry Potter series called The Order of Merlin that I want to try and get to supplant whatever it is that HBO is developing at present, and for HBO to take up this Order of Merlin idea and for me to be able to pitch it to them successfully and say that it's going to include loads of mirth, loads of funny moments. There's going to be a myriad sort of dark or suspect wizards that Sage Aura characters have to kind of battle within you know this wizarding universe, right? And there's going to be a new headmaster of Hogwarts who's highly eccentric and used to be a Sage Aura. He's kind of the new Dumbledore, if you like. He's called Ed Higgleterferriatrix. He grew up in like this huge Lemony Snicket mansion in London, this gloomy and lonely childhood, and he was in House Hufflepuff. He is very much interested in things like botany and magical creatures. He is very, but his speciality is securities charms, or security charms, I should say, and enchanted devices, and magical encryption and things of this nature. So he's a kind of he would be a kind of magical equivalent of a computer forensic scientist or someone of that nature. Yeah, a sort of a programmer type in the wizarding world, but he's a more general scientist than that. So he's very, very bright, like a wizarding Stephen Hawking, because like Dumbledore's the most powerful wizard of his generation. Ed Higgleterferriatrix is in dueling the most powerful wizard of his generation, or the most powerful wizard in the British Isles. He's an internationally renowned duelist, but he's autistic. He has a kind of like wizarding autism, or I don't know. That means he's basically useless at almost everything else, and his life is a shambles. It's in disarray. He has this brilliant relationship with his PA Kathy Cylinder, Miss Cylinder, or Catheter Cylinder, because she was named after a Muggle artifact by her wizarding parents. She's a squib in the 1970s, when there was apparently a trend for that. I'm introducing that into the motifs of the thing, and yeah, into the world building rather. And yeah, the deputy headmistress is a West Country lady, so tall, blonde, short blonde hair, so quite a little severe, possibly a little serious, called Andrea Butterworth, and she used to be head girl at Hogwarts. She's Ravenclaw. She's deputy headmistress and Quidditch mistress also, or she teaches Quidditch. And Ed fancies himself a Quidditch player at one point. He fancies himself a keeper in Quidditch, and he enchants a mop instead of using a broom, and yeah, flails around on his enchanted mop. And Andrea Butterworth dislikes this, and yeah, she hates Ed because she sort of like accuses him of having taken the job that she should have had, which is being headmistress of Hogwarts. She's been there for 7 years and he's just arrived. And yeah, Ed's tenure at Hogwarts is a very interesting and comedically rich environment, I think. I want to introduce new student characters, new like young, well, yeah, pupils of Hogwarts, students, whatever. yeah, from the some of them are from the West Country. It'll follow like new Hufflepuffs and Ravenclaws. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to shift the focus to Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw rather than Gryffindor and Slytherin, and have Gryffindor and Slytherin very much in the background, and focus on the Hufflepuff Ravenclaw rivalry. Yeah, this is what we do. And there's a new little West Country chap there called Kirk. He's this funny little like yeah, he's got a high pitched West Country accent. It's like, right, I'm Kirk. I'm like, oh, yeah, he's an adorable bumpkin. And he and his brother, they're from a wizarding farm, where they have moon cows, which is like a sort of enchanted form of cow that I've invented for the ting, which is where butterbeer comes from. In this like wizarding universe, and yeah, I don't know. I need a writing partner, really. I need someone to write with. I know someone who I could write with, actually. Someone who might be interested in this. Sarah Carson. Sarah Carson, who's a writer also, I know. Give up Fireman. If that was this guy's, I would give up Fireman. That'd make me millions, possibly. Yeah, have it on HBO, it'd be brilliant. The Order of Merlin, which is what it should rightly be called, I think. And make it, yeah, a new timeline after the events of Harry Potter. I think, like, maybe include. What I want to say. I wanted this to be 10 years after the events of Harry Potter, so it doesn't include Harry's kids. I don't want them in it. I don't want it just to be like a dynastic thing with Harry Potter. No. Let's completely shift the focus to new characters. Have Hermione Granger as Minister for Magic. Have Harry reprise his role as an Auror, possibly. So 10 years into his career where he's got young kids, but they're not at Hogwarts yet. Yeah, that. And keep his kids to the background. Introduce new kid characters, but actually keep the kids to the background as well. But and have because I mean, if there's gonna be a Hogwarts, you need kids in it, don't you? But really focus on Ed. Focus on Ed Higgleterferriatrix and his life and his plight. And he'll always be doing things like trying to go back to London to try and get famous. Because he's trying to break the security charms that have been on his family for centuries, or these ancient curses, as he calls them, that cause him to disappear, causes his name to be encrypted, and cause people to be unable to remember or pronounce his name, and which causes various comedic kind of twists at various different points in the series, I suppose it would be. And I need to film a pilot of it. That's how to do it these days, is it not? Ed Higgleterferriatrix. He's called Higgledy Piggledy. And Kathy Cylinder's from Essex. She's an Essex squib. And she's a top flight administrator. And yeah, Ed's well, she runs Ed's life, basically. Or yeah, pays his bills, writes his letters, sorts out his mail and whatnot, drafts his correspondence, and yeah. I very much, I'd enjoy watching it. I'm not thinking about children watching necessarily. What I want to do is like make it palatable for them. But think about adults watching it. Think about the initial Harry Potter generation, and because like those people are having children now, and or like we are having children. Like my generation now, I don't have any children. I don't have any intention of having any either for some time. I don't think. But yeah, I think I'd enjoy watching it, this series. So I would love it to really happen. I just don't know how to go about making it really happen. I need an agent, is what I need. Then do I have to draft it all in book form? Like a series of books. I get ChatGPT. Maybe I could. And like, what is it to be? Yeah, of the present, very much. But like, is it 2023 now? Is it in the timeline contemporaneously? I have it set 10 years ago then, when Albus Severus Potter isn't even at Hogwarts yet. Yeah, because he'd be graduating Hogwarts this year. It's good. It's good to know that though. So this would be set in 2013. That's interesting. Maybe I'll play over number 13 to some extent. Ed Higgleterferriatrix. He answers three questions. He asks 3 questions to everyone he used to arrest as a sage or when he was working in the field. Answer me these questions 3. His first: what is the perfect trap? And the answer is always a maze without an exit. The second: given the hypothetical choice between 3 nice big sapphires and 1 bar of gold, which do you choose? Bearing in mind this is a trick question and that there is only one correct answer. Instead of saying like whatever your heart desires or something, he says, I'll take the sapphires, but in exchange for half of one of the sapphires, can I get the bar of gold as well? And that is the only correct answer to that question. The third is something I haven't decided upon yet. I'll give us the 13. Is it really unlucky? Oh, we'll find out. But you know what I believe about the New Testament anyway, it doesn't matter. Is it unlucky though? Yeah, for some it is. Unlucky if you believe crap like that. But I mean, well, it's like black cats. It was a hang-up of Pope Gregory the IX. And he exterminated black cats for a 13. 13. Why not? I'll get it there. Try to. Superstition is the flavour of my. Bye everyone. Love you lots.